Scorpia is drawing stick figures holding hands.
I call it Super Pal Trio. This is me, this is Katra, and I think it's clear. Come on, I mean, I'm a bit of an artist.
Jason, get on out here or I'm going on patrol without you. Come on, would've.
Gotcha!
Would've, if I hadn't seen you slip behind the computer banks 3 minutes ago.
Nah, I got you.
How does it feel?
Ha! 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 It feels awesome! Check me out! I'm Robin, the boy wonder! Are you kidding me? This rocks! Come on, old man. We've got bad guys who need chasing. This is the best day of my life. Riddle me this. What's green and purple, but covered in red and yellow? You! When I land on your sock.
Suddenly struck with thoughts about the devastating concept of Jason Todd. Because he was good, because he had a bleeding heart despite every reason not to. He loved school and was good at it. He was the first to be adopted. With little pretense of guardianship, he did everything he could to be a perfect Robin and live up to an impossible ideal. He only ever wanted Bruce and Dick to like him, because he met Bruce in the same place and on the same day that Bruce's parents died, the single defining moment of Batman's existence. And he made Batman laugh. He hit the Dark Knight, terror of Gotham, with a tire iron. He wasn't afraid of the man who turned fear into a weapon, because he couldn't save his mother from herself. But he tried, because he was too good not to try and save the woman who gave him up. Too good to play the Joker's game. Crowbar didn't kill him. The bomb did. He died knowing he wouldn't make it and tried anyway. He died a hero, because other Robins have died, but none of them put an irrevocable tear in the mythos of Batman, because Jason Todd always dies in every universe. He dies for the sins of his father. He was put to death by popular vote, sacrificed by the crowd, doomed by the narrative, and doomed by the audience. The boy who only ever tried to prove he was good enough wasn't good enough.
Never do.
That looked like it really hurt. Whoa, now hang on. That looked like it hurt a lot more. So, let's try and clear this up, okay, Pumpkin? What hurts more? A or B? Forehand or backhand? A little louder, lamb chop. I think you may have a collapsed lung. That always impedes the oratory.
I feel like because the modern comics don't talk about it very much, and most people's knowledge of Jason Todd comes from the Under the Red Hood animated movie, most people don't know what actually happened in the comic. I already made a video forever ago talking about the weirdness of the rest of Death in the Family, but just talking about the death of Jason Todd, people don't really know what happened around his death outside of Joker beats him with a crowbar and he dies. So let's go over exactly why Jason Todd is one of the most tragic fucking characters in comic book history. After being Robin for a number of months, Jason Todd starts to get a little bit too blasé about his duty. He's a little too violent, he's a little too eager to go after people. He's disregarding Batman's orders and neglecting the necessary steps to do the job that they're doing. So Batman, talking with Alfred, decides that they are going to bench Jason for a while. Something that Jason very much does not like. While brooding about this, he walks about Gotham until he winds up back where he grew up, the childhood home he grew up in, and one of the tenants there hands him a bunch of stuff. It's a bunch of his old stuff from the apartment building. And in there is a piece of paper that has two signatures, his father and his mother. His father is exactly who he thinks he is, but the mother line is smudged out, but it starts with an S. And Jason Todd's mom, at least the one he grew up with, doesn't start with an S. So he goes back to Wayne Manor with this piece of paper and he starts looking up women who would be about the age that his mother would be who start with an S. And he gets 3 names. All of them are out of the country, so Jason steals the Robin costume and leaves the fucking country and just leaves a note behind telling Batman, I'm going after my mother. At the same time as all of this is happening, the Joker purchases a warhead and flies off to the Middle East. Batman finds out about both of these situations at the same time and has to decide which one he goes after. He picks the warhead because even though at this time in the comics Batman was less of a shitty dad, the Joker with a warhead's a big fucking deal. During this, there's a lot of gallivanting around the Middle East in which Batman and Jason actually meet back up and end up going after 2 of Jason's potential mothers. By the way, one of those potential mothers is Lady Shiva, which lends a lot of credence to the fact that Jason Todd is probably a POC. Anyway, they whittle it down to one person, someone named Sheila Haywood. Sheila Haywood is helping with some humanitarian efforts, and after meeting her, Bruce kind of lets them be. He feels like he just lost a Robin, but he feels like this is the best case scenario for Jason. He found his mother. A family is reunited. Here's the problem. Joker saw Batman and Jason gallivanting around going after the other two options, and learned who the third one was, and got to her first. Turns out the reason that she left Gotham is because she had some shady fucking past back there. And she has actually been skimming off the top of the humanitarian efforts that she's currently involved in. And Joker is threatening to out that if she doesn't help him. Help him means he's gonna be stealing her medicine and he's actually replacing it with Joker serum, which is all kinds of fucked up. During one of his check-ins in which he is replacing the medicine with Joker toxin, Jason Todd spots the Joker, who he thinks is kidnapping his mother. Or fucking with her in some way. Jason thinks that the Joker has cornered his mom and is making her do bad shit. So Jason gets his mom to the side and goes, hey, I can protect us, I can save us. I'm Robin. And since Sheila is from Gotham and knows who Batman and Robin is, she recognizes what that means. And instead of accepting Jason's help and instead of getting the fuck out of there, she takes Jason to the Joker. And she stands there and watches and smokes a fucking cigarette while she watches her son get beaten nearly to death in front of her. And then the Joker goes, Bats isn't gonna like this when he gets back, so I'm a dip. But I should probably tie up any loose ends, so hey boys, tie up her. And she gets tied up in the same warehouse as Jason, who is comatose because he just got beaten with a crowbar for minutes on end. Timer on the bomb that the Joker just placed starts going off, and Sheila thinks that they're both about to die. But oh no, Jason Todd's a good fucking guy and picks his broken fucking body up off the floor and unties her, saying, I'll save you, Mom, please. And they make their way to the door, but uh-oh, the Joker locked it. What are we gonna do? And then the fucking building explodes. Batman gets a feeling after wrapping up some trouble that he was dealing with that something terrible has happened. And he goes back to where he knew Jason was. And when he finds the smoking remains of the warehouse that they were in, he finds Sheila first, who says that Robin tried to save her, that Jason was a true hero. And then she fucking dies. Did I mention the fact that Bruce never learns what actually happened? He never learns that Sheila had anything to do with this. Joker never fucking tells him. Jason never fucking tells him. The only person who knew how he was betrayed, how he was tormented is Jason fucking Todd, and he's not telling anybody. Oh, God, TikTok took away my 3-minute feature, and I'm gonna make it everybody's problem.